to Overwatch today. We're going to be playing in the first playoffs of this season, I guess. Yeah. And hopefully more playoffs to come. So
Yeah, hopefully.
First playoffs of Doan Esports as well. So last time you saw us, it was a little ambiguous about what playoffs that we were actually going to make. We didn't. The only one we knew was Rocket League Black. That was the only one we knew. Now we've got 3. We all 3 but Smash Bros made it.
Smash Bros did not, but both Rocket Leagues and our Overwatch team.
Yes, and we actually have the brackets to show you here. We're worried about Overwatch. So today we are playing Wayne State in Overwatch, and we're gonna see. We hope these guys got this, right? These guys got
Yeah,
this.
these guys got
Yeah.
They've got it in the bag. They're fine.
I can actually. We also have the regular season overall match history that we could tell them.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
you have it. I don't know
I
it.
have it up here. Smash Bros went 0-6. Honestly, not really much surprise.
Big womp womp.
Yeah.
But we live and we learn.
Mm-hmm. It's Smash Bros. It's tough. We got put in the division with the 2 finalists of last semester's playoffs. So it's kind of not our fault. I'm just saying. So that's Smash Bros. Overwatch went 5-2. Our 1 loss being to K-State. I don't remember what the other loss was to. Was it?
I don't know.
UNK. That was the one where we had backups play, but it's fine.
That's right.
Yeah, that was actually the first match.
Yeah.
The very first match, and then they went on a tear afterwards. Yeah. So then Rocket League Orange, I believe, went. I want to say 4-3. That sounds right.
Hey, Jackson, want to check the math on that from off screen?
I think it's 4-3. And then Rocket League Black did not drop a match. They went 7-0. They only lost 2 points in general. So they went 21-2 in the whole season.
Dang.
Yeah. They are very good. And we have, it looks like we're going to be starting soon, as we are now in the game. And now we should be starting here pretty soon. We're in the game. We're just waiting for them to choose maps and stuff. And we'll be starting with the classic escort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything you would like to say for preparation?
I'm happy to be back. I was super sad that I couldn't be here before spring break, but I had other things going on. But I'm back. We're here. We're queer. We're having a fun time.
All right, and we're... Hello. My boss is here. Our boss is here.
Our boss is here.
Our boss is here.
featuring our boss's arm.
At least get in here a little bit.
Just singular arm. Also, check out the new jerseys.
Yes, we are all wearing our jerseys today.
They're super cool.
They are really fun. We've got our gamer tags on the back. They look really good too, and they feel great.
They're really nice material.
Everybody say goodbye to Aaron.
Bye.
Bye, Aaron. But
yeah, the jerseys. Trying to pull it up where it's visible. Here we go. Dome Esports. We've got these super cool sleeves, and then gamer tags on the back.
I got this.
Are you just gonna straddle the chair?
Yes.
Oh, microphone's in the way. And your hair.
Oh, we're starting.
Yeah, we're starting. Theo, get back in the proper space.
I have to make some entertainment, okay, before the game starts. But here we go. The game is starting. I expect to see a very normal lineup from these guys, as they've been playing pretty normal overall. We're very far away.
We are very far away.
Yeah, I expect a very normal lineup for them. I expect a Mercy to come out, a Moira to come out, a Jamie playing Sigma and Junker Queen only, pretty much. Those are what I expect to come out. I pretty much called it.
Yeah.
I called it.
We have Junker Queen. We have Moira. There's no Mercy. You got that one wrong.
I said Mercy or Moira. And then we got, this is a team we've seen like
Tracer.
So many times. We've seen this team so many times. And we know this Doan team can really perform with these guys, with these characters that they always love to play. And I'm excited to see it. And tensions are high. Here we go.
We got this in the bag, y'all.
Yeah, the first little skirmishes are about to start here. Sam and Raph leading the way on DPS as always. And it looks like we're going to start off with a little tank battle right away on the point. Sam here kind of going on a little bit of flank, trying to find any support, kind of lacking. But it looks like he'll just be adding damage to the tank from the other team. Good supporting here, of course. You know, we know our supports. And Jamie here just kind of making a move. He got the first support down. That's a big move for us. We got to make the move in. And now it looks that's going to be a very good dagger to kill the Sojourn. And now the Reaper kind of getaway gets out, but he won't be able to get very far, as we are going to be able to take this point and get a
team kill.
Team wipe as well. Jamie getting all 5 of those kills.
It didn't say team kill on the screen because 2 of them revived by the time that the last one died, but that's okay. It still counts.
It's basically a team kill. Yeah, Jamie getting all 5 of those kills. We've seen Jamie play so many times. He plays at such an impressive level compared to just everyone else who plays around him, it feels like. And
he's also been playing for a long time.
Yes. As now he has the rampage and he's going to use it. That's going to be a 4-person rampage. It's going to deal a lot of damage. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. We're going to see the 4th drop now, just 1 left. And that's another team kill.
Yeah. And we only lost 1 person throughout that team kill.
We did use 2 alts there. We used Tracer's Black Hole, or what, Pulse Bomb, that's what it is, and the Rampage. But still, very good. 2 alts for 5 people is very good. Very, very efficient, I would say. As now that support, what's his name? I forgot his name. Went a little too far. The Moira is going to drop on the other team. And now it looks like we're pretty much just going to push him off again, as that's going to be another team kill.
We're pulling out our lovely little character name cheat sheet because we can't remember names to save our lives.
It was Lucio. I knew it started with an L.
I know Lucio's name. I didn't know who you were talking about, which is why I passed the character name sheet to you.
Fair. But yeah, pretty much the final contest here for Wayne State, as it looks like their tank almost dropped there, but we'll get healed up pretty well. And now probably will drop as the healing has stopped. The tank has dropped. The rest of the team has dropped, and that will be it. 100-0. That looked like our guys didn't sweat at all.
Yeah, they're locked in. They're
Yeah.
ready to go. They're excited. We're back. It's playoff season now.
Yeah, this is a team that is locked in right now. They are going to be killing everybody, I think.
They're excited.
They are a dominant team when they are ready, and they are ready right now.
Yeah.
This is
They're
confusing.
a dominant team in general.
Yeah, especially when they're locked in, though.
Yeah.
They didn't even get a single percentage on the other team.
True.
And we're going to stick with the same lineup as normal. And they're going to have to switch it up a little bit. They'll go with the Reinhardt and May here. And they'll also switch to a Bastion or a Baptiste.
Baptiste.
Yeah.
Bastion's the robot too.
Yes. They both start with B. Yeah, we're starting
Names
off
are
with the...
so difficult, y'all.
We're starting off with the first scrimmage here, and the May is going to drop. The Immortality Fuel is going to come out, but that's going to get pretty quickly taken care of by Raph, who's just in the back line lighting all of them up. He's going to get another kill, and it looks like Jamie will drop, though. It looks like the invisible Raph is going to not really be able to do much here, as his entire team is not with him pretty much at all, as he was behind the enemy team there, as we will not capture the point first this time.
That's okay. Comeback story of the generation.
Is it really a comeback if they're just going to win again? We'll see.
I mean,
Right now, it's not looking great. We are getting pushed back pretty far. Jamie is blocked by the ice wall. He'll have to fight this way out by himself, but it looks like he will be able to hide into that little room and get out pretty well. And so far, no one has dropped, which is good, as Jamie's trying to make just get through to this enemy team, get up and through them, as the wall's going to come out, but that's not really going to last much, as now Jamie kind of dropping low. He's going to get healed up. He's going to get pushed through. The eye field's going to drop, or he's going to get put down, and it looks like their supports are dropping really low, though, so that's a very good chance for us, as now Jamie will drop. This is not looking great, but Raph is in there. He's in the back. He's going to try and get some kills, but he won't be able to really get any before he dies. And now it looks like Sam is just kind of needing to get out here, as he was also in the back there trying to pick some people off. As this is a very...
sometimes going in the back lines to pick people off is a great plan until the rest of your team dies.
Yeah, I think we are going to see more of that picking off, though, because I think at this point, I think the team has noticed that one, Sam is actually just going to take the point, which is not a bad idea. Also, we are going to see the Blizzard come out, or not the Blizzard come out, but Raph is going to get frozen there. And it looks like Sam almost stole the point away, but I think he was just barely found at the end.
But he had to run away to save his own skin, which, honestly, valid.
Yeah, so this isn't looking great. We probably have one more chance here to take this point and actually start getting some percentage on. And hopefully we can get something going, as that's the Rampage coming out from Jamie, but he's going to be blocked off by the wall, and that's the Blizzard coming out too.
It's in overtime, but we take the point.
Yeah, we take the point. So we actually distract them long enough to take the point. Jamie is still somehow alive after eating all that damage through the...
somehow.
Yeah, through the Blizzard and everything. Now the fight transitions onto the point here, as Jamie is chasing the Reinhardt, and finally everyone will drop on the enemy team, and we'll start actually doing some defense here after they got 99%. Scared us a little bit.
We got it through the overtime. That was impressive.
Yeah, I think that play, just distracting the entire enemy team with Jamie and Zeke alone while the others just took the point, was actually, it worked very well.
Yeah.
As now we're going to drop the Reinhardt. This is a great start for us. The May is going to drop next. And now the Baptiste will die. The Lucio is going to die, and we're just going to push him off again. That's going to be 4 out of the 5 dead there. The Reaper just barely getting away.
The Reaper went back because he lost his entire team.
Yeah. Oh, we get a pause. I think this is probably it's a tech pause. I think somebody's Discord on our side is kind of messing up. We'll see.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll get fixed up
We
pretty
will talk to you
quick.
while we're in this pause, because we're cool like that and we're able to talk. So...
I guess maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows if we are able to talk.
Really impressive start out to this fight.
Yes. Yeah, any more? No? Okay.
No.
I figured.
You're the one who leads the conversations, not me.
Yeah, so this is it was very dominant on both sides, I feel like. Because first match, we destroyed them very easily. Second match, we had to basically kind of cheat our way into getting the point and actually starting up our defense instead of having to be on offense the whole time.
All right, we're back.
And now the match is back. So seeing this kind of transition from being a fully offensive sided match, and now they are on the point. They are looking to just take the point and get on and get that 1% that they need.
We need to get back on.
We need to get back on it. We are in overtime.
Ooh.
This is not looking good. We just need to stay on this point as long as possible.
We need to, yeah.
There's going to be the rampage. That's going to hit a lot of people there with the rampage. That's going to be a full team wipe. Just barely. That was very scary.
That pause was not in our favor. It took us a second to get back in after that.
I think we need to be watching that little flank route that they just used instead of watching these routes up here. Because they got in. Yeah, now we're watching it as well. And it looks like they will be in. They're going to go for the same strategy. Just get on the point and do stuff and like get that 1% that they need. It's not a bad strategy at all. Jamie will drop. This is not looking good. As now we need to get onto this point. It's contested 92 to 99. This is very close here. We need to stick on this point. Raph will drop. We will switch to the Lucio for the speed. Zeke trying to make it on.
Didn't
just keeping
get on
the overtime.
98 to 100. It was a 2% difference.
Wow. 1-1.
That was
extremely close match.
That was very heated.
Extremely close match. I'm excited for this one. We'll see if it's more back and forth or if it's just 100 or nearly 100 to getting it close then. They're going to switch up their team. A good amount, actually. They're going to switch up to...
They brought in the Winton.
They switched up their entire team.
Yeah. So it
is Winston, Pharaoh, Symmetra. No, that's not Symmetra.
That's Echo.
That's Echo.
Kiriko and Mercy.
Yeah. We have not seen much Winton.
Winton is fun. I love Big Monkey Man.
But hopefully we can. The Winton kind of getting close to dying there. The Pharaoh will come in, try and get some damage in, but Pharaoh is a flying person and just will fly away. So they have the Mercy Pharaoh combo, which is annoying. They will just be flying the entire match. And it looks like they will start with the points. So this is looking like a repeat of last time, but I think we have a little bit of a better chance to actually take these points and get some percentage on early. As now it looks like we kind of are starting these fights off a little far away from the point and just far from the team in general, or far from the other team in general, as I think their kind of comp is very mobility based here, as that's going to be a hack onto the Winton, and the Winton's going to start taking a good amount of damage. He will be able to jump out though, as now the Pharaoh will drop, and we're going to start capturing this point here, now being contested here by the Winton, and just being finally killed. The Winston will fall, the Kiriko will fall, and it looks like we will be able to take that point. As we see Sam switch to the Cassidy, actually, and also Zeke onto the Kiriko. And we have another pause. Most likely Discord again, I assume. Yeah, more tech issues. So we'll just keep talking again.
Are you sure that it's Farah on the other team?
Yeah, it's Farah. They're flying. Yeah, it's Farah. They just have a mask over. Which other one looks like that?
None of them look like it. That's why I'm confused.
It's Farah because I've seen the Farah fly. I'm like 98% sure it's Farah.
Farah's the rocket lady. I don't think Farah flies.
Farah also flies.
Does she?
That's why Farah Mercy is such a strong combo, is because they both fly.
I could just be special already.
That is definitely Farah. That is so Farah. Anyways, but yeah, because it's that and those are not the same. That's the problem. But yeah, so they've actually also switched away from the Winston into the
Keep putting an S on his name.
because that's
It's
his
Winton.
name. No,
It's Winton, Monkey Man.
no. That's gonna be a Rampage hitting 4. That's gonna deal a lot of damage. The Pharah will die, the Kiriko will die, and the Echo will all die. As now, we're just keeping a hold of this point. The Mercy is just gonna
Battle Mercy.
battle Mercy 1v1 Jamie. The Mercy definitely wins that fight. I see it.
No, absolutely not.
They were getting a lot of headshots. I'm just saying.
The Mercy is squishy in comparison to Junker Queen.
They were getting a lot of headshots. He could have done it. But yeah, so we have the point here. We're racking up this percentage, 55 to 36. And it looks like they're going to go on to the point here. Wayne State making a move. And it looks like we're going to drop down. The Echo dying. That's going to be the Pharah ult coming out, I believe. As that is going to kill Jamie. It looks like Raph is going to be able, has the EMP. He's going to drop in front. He's going to hack and not use it. And they're just going to be able to capture. They win the team fight with Jamie dropping. But I believe they used 2 ults just to get Jamie dropped. Just to drop Jamie. And only Jamie. So not a very great trade from them, I will say, as it looks like Raph doing some flanking here with the EMP. He could do a lot of damage to the backline here. He's going to start off with a hack on the Kiriko. And I'm going to switch over to Sam here, who's also on the backline, going to actually kill the Kiriko and also go after the Mercy. Mercy kind of flying away. The Pharah will die. Now the Mercy's kind of dropping low too. They're going to actually start taking the point, though, take some and get some actual point percentage on. But now the Echo kind of getting low here. Might drop soon as actually their tank will drop first. And now the Echo will drop. And we're going to be able to recapture this point and get the last 8% that we need probably.
Knock on wood right now. You did it last time.
I did.
I was very proud of you last time.
Yeah, and that's going to be a instant kill
Timed.
on the Soldier 76. And that will be the end. As
They switched over to Wrecking Ball to try and get that last overtime to happen, and it just didn't.
yeah, it just didn't work. As now we are going to see a play of the game from Jamie here, which is
Not
expected.
surprising.
Yeah, we're yeah. This play was was just him just killing everyone. This was the first game where they just 100-0.
Yeah.
Looked extremely dominant, had no problems whatsoever, pretty much.
Yeah. Let's hope that next round there isn't as much problems technically, because pauses seemed to be what really bit us in the butt right then.
Yeah, I think the pauses kind of messed with our mental a little bit. It gave both teams. I think our team was too focused on figuring out tech problems while the other team was strategizing. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of what happened with the tech problems.
However, we still won, and that's what matters.
Yes, that is what matters. We still won. We got it. I think this will be very interesting matches overall. I think
Why do you adjust your mic like that?
What do you mean?
I always adjust it from here.
Because it's little adjustments. If it's big adjustments, I do here, but little adjustments because I'm just moving it like up or down. This is so off topic.
That
Why did you
feels
get me
wrong.
on this topic?
Because I could. Because I'm the color commentator.
That's
I just do weird things and pretend that it's for a purpose.
you add a splash of color.
I add a splash of violet.
Wow. Such a good pun. Oh my god.
I'm a comedy genius. Watch me drop out of Doan and become a stand-up comedian.
If Violet drops out of Doan, I better see everyone in the esports chat right now at a Violet stand-up comedy show at some point in your life.
If I become a stand-up comedian, I expect all of the esports watchers to come to exactly one show and boo me.
One show, no more, no less. Bring Rotten Tomatoes.
Bring fresh tomatoes, because those splash a little more satisfyingly. And it looks like we're back in the game.
Yeah, so
Let's
we
go.
did in fact stall enough to get to the next game, being push here, or no, escort here. This is one's escort, yeah. And we are going to see Circuit Royale, which is a very common map, one of the 2 maps basically that we see every time. It's between Circuit Royale and pretty much Rodeo 66 or whatever it is. Route
Raven
70.
said hi, Emma. I pulled up the stream on my phone so that I can read y'all's comments since I am blind and can't see it over there.
It is very difficult to see it over there, I will be honest. But yeah, so we see Jamie here on his classic Sigma, which he loves to play here on this map.
Sigma on this map is fun, but it looks like the other team also is playing Sigma. So
yeah.
Let's see where the tank diff is.
We are starting here on defense. I think it's in Jamie's favor. And we are going to do the strategy that we have been cooking up here for a while of just camping and killing them very quickly. As we see Raph right next to them doing a little taunting. I feel like he's looking at him. He's doing something. He's being weird. Actually, it looks like we will be setting up over here instead of right in front. The only one in front right now is going to be Raph. Kind of checking to see if anybody comes out of that. And he's gonna be right behind. He might just kill the Zenyatta. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna get a good amount of damage.
Oh, that was pretty to see.
But it looks like he's just gonna need to back out as he's all alone. He's in trouble. That is what we know, is that he is in trouble.
That was very fun to watch, but also that was a risk.
That was not a great play, as now he has to make a really long walk back. And that entire time, it's going to be a 4v3 or 4v5. As he is alive, but yeah, he's going to have that time to walk back. It's going to be a while. So he's just going to be, we're going to be sitting here 4v3 basically. Now Zeke will drop. So as soon as Raph gets back, that's only making it a 4v3 again. So this is not looking good for us. This is a very bad start, but we might drop the Zenyatta here very soon. The Zenyatta drops low, but we'll be able to get out, as now it looks like we will need to just kind of push them back. As Jamie's barrier drops low, he's going to have to drop down from the high ground to actually get some better angles on this attack. We'll be getting some damage. The immortality field will drop out, and it will fall. We will get a pretty good stun there from Jamie. This is a very methodical, slow match is what I've seen so far. As now it looks like the Sigma
slow matches
alone,
on this type are not a bad thing.
The Sigma alone will drop finally, as it looks like slow and methodical is the name of the game here. We're just going to slowly tear them down piece by piece as Jamie distracts the Sigma.
As long as they don't make more distance, slow and steady wins the race on this one.
As now we see a few ults here for our team come up. We see pretty close to the EMP. And that's going to be the high noon. We might get a few for that. We're going to get one for sure on the Ash. Another one dropping pretty low. That's going to be the Baptiste dead as well. Now focusing on the Zenyatta will die. And now this is going to push him back. 3v2 is not a good situation for him. And they will be fully pushed back here, as the rest of them were also dropping pretty low. As now we see Raph with his ult. He's going to do his classic flank around. We know Raph. With the EMP, he loves doing this. He's going to do the classic flank route. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him throw out a teleport here pretty soon just to get over there, as that's going to be focusing the barrier here right now.
Which makes sense because there's enough people behind that barrier who it just needed to come down.
That's going to be the Sigma ult come out from Jamie, pretty much just on the Sigma. Not really netting any kills, but dealing a lot of damage to the Sigma, who instantly heal it off, though. The Zenyatta is going to drop. This is a great start. We might be able to see some more pushing, more push onto more of the players, some more pressure onto the Wayne State team.
It's like Maddie has dropped now.
Maddie has now dropped, but their Baptiste is going to drop. It looks like this Sigma is all alone in this little room, and he's going to get dropped there. They're just going to go for a little punch.
Throat punched.
And he's going to drop there. As now it looks like we're playing this very well, I will say.
Yeah.
We are keeping them away from this bridge very well. They just can't really get past this bridge at all.
It's difficult to get past the bridge with how we've been playing.
Yeah. With how we've been playing, with how defensive we have been playing, is now we're going to see possibly a massive EMP. It's going to be right there. Only 2 get hit by it, but still I think a very important 2 got hit by it, as now that's going to be 1 kill That's gonna be the Lucio kill. That's gonna be a high noon coming out. One down. That was the Sigma as well. Jamie kind of dropping low here. He will be fine. He'll just barely live.
4 of the 5 on the other team have dropped. The only one remaining is the Lucio.
And the Lucio's just trying to get over.
Round 1 complete.
57 meters only.
That was... Let's go, Doan.
Couldn't get past the bridge. Couldn't do anything.
We're just so cool. We're so good at this.
Especially the production team. Did you know we're actually undefeated?
Oh yeah, the production team on our little sheet. We're undefeated. We're the only full W team.
We are actually infinity and 0. We can never take a loss.
We can never take a loss.
It's just true.
I mean, we can take a loss if we get shut down, but that's not gonna happen.
We will take a loss here pretty soon when our producer graduates.
Yeah, when our producer graduates, that will be the first L that we take.
The one and only L.
That will be the one and only L we take.
Until another person graduates.
The next one to graduate will be me.
The only time we take L's is when our people graduate.
It just slowly keeps ticking up by 1 each year.
But you can't get past infinity, so it's fine. So yeah, we're gonna stick with the same team pretty much. Actually, we are gonna. Yeah, this is the same team. I think Zeke was playing best. I don't remember. I think Zeke was playing Baptiste.
That's how you know your supports are doing okay, when you don't notice them. Because that means they're doing their job while not dying.
That is a good point. Yeah.
As soon as they start dying, that's when you notice your supports the most.
Oh, shoot. That's going to be a very disastrous here. They're winning for a big flank. But it's going to end actually horribly for them as the tank is dropping very quickly. And it's just going to end so badly here. A lot of, I think, just kind of miscommunication in general.
They were like, yeah, let's go for this. And Jamie saw them coming through as it happened and was like, hey, you guys.
Yeah, and that's going to be pushing the enemy team away already. And we might win this extremely quickly.
Jamie's coming up further ahead.
Yeah, he is at where their thing made it to last time. Where their payload made it to last time.
In order to make sure that there's no contests on the payloads.
Yeah, it's going to be there pretty much. He's going to throw out the rock. He's very close to his ult, which could cause very big problems very soon, as it could just
problems for the other team.
Yeah, for the other team, as it could just lift them off of the point, and we just went off of it. As our field is going to drop there, but we are going to keep pushing them back, as actually both of our supports have kind of dropped. So
Jamie's pushing back.
Yeah, well, yeah, we have to run back because all our supports died.
We do still have a couple of, or no, just one person on a flank.
Yeah, it's just Sam. It's
just Sam.
But Sam is Sam. He's got this. He's got us all.
Sam's cool with hiding on the flank until such time as he is needed.
We are going to see a switch to the Bastion here, which is very interesting.
Bastion!
The little robot guy.
We love our little robot guy.
We have a lot of ults ready. That's going to be a kind of dangerous stun. There's the ult. That's going to hit 4, it looks like.
Ooh,
dropping a lot,
nice.
dealing a good amount of damage to the supports, really. And hopefully good. That's going to be a bad blizzard for Jamie. He's going to be taking a lot of damage. Will drop, too. This is not looking great for us. We need to get this point off and actually push the few more meters that we need.
What would be really nice for us right now is a Bastion ult.
He doesn't have it.
I'm aware he doesn't have it, but that would be nice for us to see.
Yeah, however, the person who does have his ult is Sam. Sam is going to start walking forward with his high noon, taking those shots at the Reaper there, not really taking much damage. He is in front of his entire team. Jamie is not even in front of him right now, which is pretty,
doesn't happen often.
As now we win, as we just kind of push them off. I think they kind of forgot that we were that close.
Yeah, I think they were just like, oh, let's keep shooting them, and forgot to keep track of where we were.
All right. Yeah, this is a very interesting play of the game. Hello.
Hey,
Magic. I know. Magic. Jackson's here now.
So, I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously we've seen them like, I don't know, kind of struggle a little bit, but they've been able to like come back, and I think, I don't know, it's really cool. I'm really excited to see how they'll continue things going forward. going forward for this next match.
Jackson, why do you touch things in the
I
break?
literally wasn't even touching it. But, however, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going on
So,
map 3.
Map 3 Flashpoint here coming up. And we are going to actually see a switch to Jose instead of Raf.
Yeah, this is going to be
It's
really
very
awesome.
interesting for playoffs.
Getting an opportunity to bring in more players is always a good thing. Getting people that experience.
I figured this would happen, that they would kind of switch between the two. The two play different characters very well, different DPS characters very well. Raf very focuses on the kind of flanky DPSs, while Jose focuses on the more stand and shoot DPSs.
Yeah. I mean, I think especially like from the way they've played Flashpoint before, I mean, ultimately, like it feels like Raf is always ending up switching to the Soldier and the Bastion. That is what Jose is really good at.
Yeah,
like, those are the things that he's known for. So, I mean, not only is it a great opportunity for, in terms of what people play, this is a great opportunity to get them in roles that are needed for this map.
Yes.
But it's also just a great opportunity, like knowing that we have a roster that has talent deep enough to make these types of substitutions, which, is a benefit that not many teams often have. A lot of times, you'll have your 5 players and that's
all
about
you got,
it.
Yeah.
Which I think is one of the things that like this team specifically is really grateful that they're able to have. Is just have such a deep roster that's able to do so many different things. So yeah, it'll be really exciting to see how they perform going into this map 3.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this map 3. It's going to be super interesting. Look at chat. You're the one in the chat seat. You have to read chat.
Oh.
My mom. Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
This is welcome to my more than 15 minutes of fame at this point.
More than 15 minutes.
Hours of fame at this point. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, we're gonna see Flashpoint come out. This will be very interesting to see overall. I think seeing this player change is always super interesting. See how Jose fits in, even if they're on a roll. I wonder if they're going to continue this further into the playoffs.
I mean, I think most definitely, it would make sense. Like, if this goes well, I think there's no reason not to. I mean, we even saw last map, like, they heavily utilized that Bastion. They know that they want to use the Bastion. So, I mean, if Jose is able to show himself competent enough on the Bastion, like, I think there's no reason not to utilize him. I mean, you have him on the roster, you might as well. Yeah, but it looks like we might be heading into Suravasa, which we've seen so many times.
So many times. Way more than New Junktown.
Yeah. So, and I mean, we know that this team is really capable at playing Suravasa and knowing, the types of positions that they need to hold on Suravasa and what they need to do. So, it'll be really interesting to see if they can keep this up. I mean, obviously, they've looked a little shaky at times so far this series.
Yeah.
But all in all, I mean, they still look amazing as they always have the past, the whole season so far. So, right now we're just waiting for them to assemble their heroes, and we'll get ready for map 3.
I think what's really impressive about all these guys is how common they are, or how they're slightly losing some, but they're winning the important parts, which is very good. That the important parts are what matter, and that's what you need to win. As we have a freeze. Are we still live, or is it just Overwatch freezing? Yeah, it's just Overwatch freezing.
So yeah.
Okay.
Freeze going on.
Our computer for Overwatch froze, which is not great. Can I close it?
No, I wouldn't.
And redo it?
Yeah.
We're trying to figure this out, but we're probably gonna have to call on our boss.
So yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think the match is still going on. So
the match is probably still going on.
It'll be really interesting to see, sort of what's going when we get back into the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on this just in case.
Yeah, we'll just leave it on this.
Yeah, we can commentate from out there. Sam is on the tracer over there. I can't see him
I
anymore.
did see Sam on a tracer.
Yeah, all I know is Sam is on a tracer.
That was about it. I mean, so yeah, uncertain of what's to come, but looks like Aaron is here to
Yeah, Aaron is here to
save the
hopefully
day.
fix it. Yeah. Yeah, we froze right here. I thought about closing and just reopening, but yeah, it's not responding. So yeah, sorry about the tech problems. We'll get back into this as soon as we can. Overall, what do you kind of think the overall strategy for their Servasa is? Because we saw Farah here, which is not normal for their Servasa.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, like,
And it looks like we just barely take that point. We
So,
are
yeah.
in a little bit of a weird kind of setup for spectating, but I think it'll be fine. We can live with this for now. As we are apparently just able to take that 99-0 pretty much, and we were just able to take that point. This is only the first point, so we haven't missed much, which is good. I have to find where Jamie is. There he is.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
We joined back at a really good time, you know. Oh, and the big EMP go out.
The
but
big EMP coming out. Jamie will drop, though. That's very scary for us, as now they will probably be able to take that point there, now go into overtime. We have a few seconds to get back.
I don't think they're gonna contest
I
this
don't
one.
think they will. I think we'll just go back. That hack is scary. Jose's going to drop from it, and that's not looking good for us. We're going to have to go to the next flashpoint. Kind of low on one person, at least in these initial like skirmishes that they always have.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I'm really curious what happened at the beginning of this game, because I mean, we've seen this before. There have been times where, you know, they lose that initial, you know, fight to the side of that first point. Typically they lose the point. So it'll be really interesting to see if that was the case, or maybe Wayne State has had something, you know, up their sleeves this entire series and just pulling it out here on Servasa.
Yeah, so we see Wayne State already on the point here, but a few seconds until it actually opens for them to actually take it. And it looks like the Roadhog kind of stepping up
is
a
going to
little
fall.
far and will drop. But I think he was stepping up because they had flanks coming in, but the flanks won't really do much, as now the Reaper here is going to get dropped pretty quickly, I guess. Not really. That's going to be
Not
two
gonna fall.
hits.
It's going to be a huge rampage coming
I think it was 2-hit rampage. And actually their entire team is still up, and it's pretty much just Jamie and Zeke here. Hopefully they can kind of push them off here, as this Reaper is acting as a pseudo tank for their team, just being able to push them off entirely.
in.
And
He is going to reset them.
yeah, that was very interesting from our team in general. We just couldn't kill that Reaper.
I mean, yeah, it's really interesting to see like how much of a pushback Wayne State is giving us compared to, I mean, other teams on this map. So I mean, this is going to be a prime example of seeing if this team can pull out, you know, that adaptability that we've seen so many times before in the past weeks.
We're going to see a Maugi come out.
Oh.
Yeah, Maugi and a Cassidy come out. Those are our switches so far.
Taking a very different comp than we're normally used to.
This is not looking good because we have flank and he's alone. Yeah, so it looks like Jamie here pretty much alone and was getting flanked around, was getting sandwiched
huge
here.
ult from Jose is going to come
But
out.
huge Jose ult, and that's going to actually kind of push them off, it looks like. It's two of them. We don't know who's died. Okay, Jamie is gonna get rezzed, and we're going to be able to push on and actually get the point here now. Again, very close to them winning that point, and we are going to be able to take it just in time.
So yeah, it will be really interesting to see, you know, if it's just going to be a repeat of last map, but hopefully with the different hero swaps and stuff, they're able to just hold on to this point enough to get the 1-1 score line. But it'll be really interesting to see. I mean, obviously Wayne State has been doing a lot of damage with their ability to just manipulate the front line and also the flanks. I mean, we see right there.
Already
Zeke's
a
gonna
flank
fall
coming in
to
right
the
there.
Sombra.
It looks very similar to kind of how Raffit plays Sombra all the time. And we are gonna see a cage fight almost come out, but he's gonna die right in the middle of his cage fight. And now we are pretty much just Jose left here. it looks like he won't really be able to do much. As now he's just gonna he's just gonna get killed.
We're just gonna have to give up the second
A
point.
basically a repeat of the second of the first point. Basically, we took it very close to them winning and just wasn't able to hold at the end.
So yeah, I mean, this is a lot of pushback that we've seen from a team, you know, in quite some time. It'll be really interesting to see, you know. This is one of those moments where you kind of question, you know, what's going on in the comms and what kind of decisions are being made in order to.
Yeah, Jamie here kind of alone, I believe. Not really many people around, but he is going to put a lot of damage. Take down one, maybe even two. I think he got an assist in there to get the two. That will also drop the Lucio, and it looks like the Sombra is going to drop, and we are going to be able to actually take this point. We're going to start with the point here. That's a little bit different than what we've seen so far, is we're going to move off of the point to kind of intercept their area to actually do to attack this point, as hopefully we can just keep this point and actually start up getting our points in general.
I mean, hopefully we saw the switch of them trying to just get a lot more aggressive here on this point. It'll be interesting to see if that's and a huge ult from Jose is coming out. Hopefully getting
that's
going to
get one for sure. The Sombra will drop, and it looks like that's going to be a lot of damage in general, as now the Reaper will drop and pretty much everyone else will drop. So that'll be 2 team fights won at this point.
Yeah, that was a near team kill. And I mean, like I was saying, I mean, like we're essentially taking what Wayne State was doing, but using it against them, you know, getting first on the point, putting yourself in a position that makes it really hard for them to, I mean, get through here. I mean, especially with the Malga, like, and they swapped to the Malga.
They swapped too, yeah.
Malga and the Roadhog, like, they just are so good at just taking.
That's going to be the chain fight come out huge on 4, and he's just gonna unload onto them, getting almost one for sure. Gonna get one there. Now focusing on the Malga entirely, pretty much. Will drop himself, and Jose pretty much left here. I can't really tell who's left on our team, but. Yeah, it looks like just Jose left.
Yeah, it looks like we're able to capture the point. And
we are able to get the 100% on the point, though. So now 1-2. We are going to be fighting here. We need to capture this point. It looks like we need to be the first one on the point. We need to be the first people to capture, and that is the way to win, is for us at least.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it's looked with, I mean, both of these tank choices. I mean, they're just a very, very much you want to capture the point and just put yourself in the way of letting the other team get on the point. But we're going to lose the first touch.
Yeah,
on this
we
point,
won't take, but it looks like we will push them off pretty quickly. Just the Malga left on the point, and he's going to get pushed off himself through all that damage tank. But it looks like he will get pushed off, and now we will start taking Sombra out in the background. Will kill Jose, which isn't great, but that looks like a cage fight from the other team.
Yeah, that was a cage fight. It was up for quite a while. I'm not sure who was in it.
But it wasn't Jamie.
I mean, we see Jamie. It looks like he's gonna be the last alive.
Yeah,
now.
He's the last one alive here, but he is still defending pretty well. Now with his own cage fight, we are going to see him get pincered and slowly killed off.
I mean, it was obviously we had control of the point, so it was great for him to just stay on the point and rack up whatever percentage he could.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
and now we're going to need to get back to this point very quickly, actually get some more percentage off, and actually hopefully take it back again, as now we are regrouping here right next to the to it, basically.
Yeah, and we do have a cage fight that'll maybe get used.
We will get hacked, though, and now it's not looking great. We're going to need to get pushed back, as Jamie kind of dropped low here. Now he's going to get into this little room here. He's going to probably try and get over into the flanking position over here. He's going to go in. He's going to go in with that. He's going to cage fight. Pretty much just focusing on the Malga. He's going to get the Malga. He's getting kept alive, too, by the other ults coming around and the stem field amplifying his damage. And it looks like they won't really be able to push all of them off, but we'll be able to do a lot of damage pushing them around to the other side of the fountain. And we'll be able to start taking the point. Very close for the other team getting that 100% again, but now we're just going to take the point just barely again.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, maybe they're starting to move into that aggressive position that we were talking about, but it might just be a little bit too slow to get there. But they're now holding this corner that is, I mean, we've seen this fight so many times before. Just holding this angle against, you know, on this point against this type of capture. It'll be really interesting to see, if we're just able to get pushed off by their team, or if we're able to like actually.
Yeah, they're
the
gonna
big
cage fight. This is not gonna look great for us, but an immortality in the cage won't be able to save anyone, as it will drop very quickly. But we do have Jose's ult that probably could have done some damage if he used it there, and that's going to lose us the point, as we were both at 99%.
Entire map 3. I mean, yeah. So I mean, there are some takeaways. I mean, obviously, the Malga and the Reaper combo had so much potential going for Wayne State that I feel like that's another one of those combos that we haven't seen a lot. So it's one of those things that I don't think we were quite expecting this, and it wasn't much of a threat in our mind.
Yeah.
But we saw it just had so much potential for Wayne State to help them carry themselves across that finish line. I mean, so it'll be really interesting to see, how they adjust going into map 4. I mean, obviously,
Map 4 is push. Your favorite.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of push. So it's one that we don't get to see a lot. I mean, we've seen a lot of dominant performances.
So many 3-0s, we don't get to see push very often.
So it'll be really interesting to see, just like how prepared they are, considering that, obviously I don't know Wayne State's, regular season exactly, but, one can imagine that maybe they've played a bit more push. It could be an example like we saw, on the first map. Like, that was a map that we just don't have a ton of experience on.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see how map and pick ban is, like, affecting us this series. But, at the end of the day, you got to trust the player skill. And hopefully they can get it done.
I'm very excited to see push. We haven't seen, like you said, we haven't seen very much of this. And last time we did see this, it was extremely dominant. We kind of just destroyed them pretty much. I think they practice push all the time, though, because in scrims they go to the 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, it'll see how the scrims translate into actual games. And obviously, I would say I feel like a lot of the scrim partners that they've had are really strong and really capable teams. But it's also that idea that, like we saw this map, we don't see the Malga and the Reaper a lot. It'll be really interesting to see what Wayne State pulls out to try to throw us off. And if we're, unlike last map, if we're able to, kind of adapt to that and overcome that, and, just try to get, a little bit more push forth, and it looks like we're going to be heading into New Queen Street, which I believe is the one that we saw last time we went to push.
Yeah.
And
I think what's really interesting about this match is that Wayne State is bringing out a lot of comps that we aren't used to. We see comps that are very similar to ours pretty much every single match, and Wayne State brings out ones that we've never seen before. Like, they bring out mobility-based ones, and it's just very interesting to see the change and the adaptability that we pretty much praise a lot of for this team, and they deserve that praise because of how adaptable they are to these new strategies that come out pretty much all the time.
yeah, I mean, it'd be really interesting to see, last time we saw them on New Queen Street, I mean, that was the time when, Sam just had an incredible initial start to the game. So it'll be really interesting to see, what tempo we're playing right off the bat. If we're going to be going full aggression and just trying to get as much, progress as we can right off the bat, or if they're going to try to, take it a little bit slow. But it'll be really interesting to see. We see, the traditional lineup for us. We have the Joker Queen, the Sombra, the Sojourn, and then, of course, the Baptiste and Mercy. So, typical comp for us on push, especially on New Queen Street.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And do you want to do a little bit of quick crash course of push right now? Go.
Oh, quick crash push. Okay, so basically this robot right here in the middle. Your objective as a team is to gain control of this robot. When you have control of him, he's going to push these little platforms that are in front of him, and you basically just try to push it further than the other team. And we're going to
pause.
So,
all right.
Yeah, that was the crash course. I mean, we saw the other team from Wayne State. Again, another comp that we don't see a lot. We see the Malga and the Reaper again. I feel like we don't normally see Sombra used against us, but we have this series.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot.
And then we see the Moira and the Baptiste again that, Wayne State has been running a lot, and a lot of teams have been running a lot.
Is Jose or Raf in?
It's Raf.
It's Raf. Okay,
Raf
so
is
they
back
do
in.
switch back to Raf instead of Jose.
So, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt to give Jose the chance. And,
Yeah.
Obviously, I think
especially when we're up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean,
We have a game to lose technically.
yeah, I mean, definitely, I think it's gonna be one of those things that it's good to get that experience so that you can go back and watch and see. That's one of the big things when it comes to player development, and it looks like we're back in the
this
game.
is the goal, by the way, right there. But we are gonna start. Looks like we will start with the skirmishes here. Kind of Maugi versus Junker Queen. I don't think we've ever seen that matchup so far. And hopefully we can just get some good damage off. Hopefully we can do something. Jamie dropping low. He is going to get saved by the eye field there. And hopefully just kind of this Reaper Maugi combo is so strong, like you said. It's something that we don't see often. It's going to drop Jamie right away. Kind of Raph in the background here. He isn't going to be able to do much. It looks like he might be able to drop the supports, but that's about it, as he's going to fall to the other Sombra. And now our team is entirely dead. They're going to take control of the robot. They're going to start pushing it. This is not looking great for us. We're going to need to get over to that robot, make sure it stops moving, and actually start doing some pushing ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of those things that, we've seen Malga before. Malga is such a just strong hero in general. I mean, in most competitive games when a new hero comes out, they are fairly strong, but it feels just like Malga has just been extremely dominant. I mean, Jamie's talked about it before. I mean, it's just such a good character, and it's in a good place that I'm almost interested in the reasoning behind staying on the Junker Queen. I mean, obviously, Jamie is super comfortable on the Junker Queen.
Yeah, so actually, very close to dropping. That's going to be a huge rampage. That's going to get sadly stopped by the wall there. But hopefully we can deal a lot of damage here, push them off of the robot, as now the robot will start running back for us instead of them, as the Malga is kind of dropping low. We'll drop the cage fight on, I think, pretty much nobody, but just to keep Jamie out and away from him. And we'll pretty much get one for sure. That's going to be a massive EMP coming out for the other team. And the eye field, not really, and that eye field's going to actually do so much work there.
I mean, that was almost a domino effect. I mean, we saw one person go down right as Jamie was looking to step up and take a big fight. And, I mean, he just didn't have the support there with him. And I think that has been kind of a staple of how Doan plays. I feel like over and over, I mean, we're used to having such just like high performances against other teams that I feel like, we haven't got a lot of experience of, these
kind of coming back
competitive matches.
Yeah.
That could end up affecting us this game, as we're trying to sort of navigate how to.
Yeah, so we're up here on the high ground here, which is an interesting place to set up. We have the Reaper ult, which, as we know, does a lot of work with the Malga ult, combining it, as we saw that last game from the other team. So we have copied their own strategy, it looks like here. However, we have a Sojourn instead of a Sombra, pretty much.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
as now we are going to see actually our two supports die, and then Jamie drop as well. This is not looking as a good push map at all.
That felt like a very, sort of desperate play. Seeing just like how far behind they are. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things that like they need to get something, but they're just not able to.
This is just not looking good in general. Cage fight comes out, pretty much a 1v1 for Jamie. He's going to continue it, but that eye field's going to cause so many problems. He's not going to be able to really get anything down. The Malga dropping kind of low, but will change targets from Jamie. We'll be able to at least kill the Reaper, but that's about it. As now the Malga will drop, and we will actually be able to get some pushing going at least finally, as it looks like we will be able to at least push off or kill most of their team. As I think a few switches happened, I think Zeke switched to the Kiriko, and I think that made a lot of difference actually. I think
we also see Ralph and the Soldier now, which we've seen a lot more than the Reaper, which could be the big factor of just comfort of whether or not
he's gonna get caught all alone and will fall right away. Here, Sam kind of trying to deal a lot of damage to the side. He's gonna actually start dealing a lot of damage to the Malga there right before the Malga kind of charges in there, but will get hacked and will get pushed away. Now Jamie going up there to kind of take up but he actually will go over to the robot, make sure the robot stays onto our side, and it looks like the Malga will start to follow him as he's kind of doing some hide around by the robot. The Malga will fall. He's going to start taking out the supports that were right behind the Malga. He's going to take out another one. The Reaper will drop. This is looking very good for us, and now he's going to continue the chase, and it looks like the Moro just barely get away. As now we can keep pushing here, as this might be a comeback.
I mean, yeah, I think we've started to get to the point that, like, I think we're starting to figure out what to do and how we want to play. And I mean, one of the big things that's just been like terrorizing us is the Stonebright's just been able to work the flank so well, and is really punishing us for our positioning that I feel like hasn't usually happened.
That's a massive hack onto all 5. This is not looking great. Jamie's going to drop. All of us, I think, are going to drop here. Sam just barely getting out. He might be able to get 1 pick off, maybe 2, as he's going to go in here trying to get somebody, one of the supports, one of the squishies, but will die too fast.
I mean, yeah, just trying to contest that. I mean, hopefully they can get back on that robot. Try to get, you know, something back. I mean, they were doing so well for the short while that they had control of that robot.
We do have a lot of time before the robot actually gets to the push because of how far they pushed before, which helps us a lot here, as now the fights will start way before the robot even gets to the wall. That's going to be a pretty big ult in general from Zeke there, getting a lot of damage out with that stem field. However, Jamie kind of dropping, not looking great overall for us. We are going to need a fight without Jamie here. Make sure this robot doesn't touch this wall pretty much at all. And now he has respawned. He is pretty close to the robot as well. And we are doing a very good job of keeping them off of this robot, making sure that they can't push, keeping that contest going at all times. As now we stalled enough for Jamie to come back. He's going to push in. He's going to get the eye field down for sure. He's going to push in. The Mauga has dropped, so this is the time to go, go, go. That's going to be the Reaper. He's going to keep going through this little building. He might be able to get more here as they're just kind of retreating here. Now our robot needs to get over there. Needs to get over there fast.
I mean, yeah, I think they're getting to that point now where, like, they understand that they have to be on the offensive now. They can't sort of sit back and wait for a misplay. And I think that's another thing that is different about the playoffs. You know, a lot of times in the regular season, there are times where you can just wait for the other team to make a mistake and you can capitalize on it. But I mean, this is the playoffs. I mean, teams are coming in.
Teams aren't making mistakes.
Like, this is everyone at their A game. Everyone knows that this could be their last game of the season.
Yeah. And now this is not looking great at all. The cage fight will come out. We'll mostly focus on the eye field, but no one really in the cage there. Not looking great. Not a great cage fight, but we'll be able to at least push them off the robot. We'll start getting some distance here, as that is a pretty much isolated 2 people over there. But Jamie's going to drop low. He is going to get saved by both of the supports. We'll get massive heal out, and we'll be able to start staying alive, at least doing a lot of damage to the Mauga on the enemy team. He's going to drop, and now the Reaper is going to be the next one targeted at least. And hopefully we can just keep pushing this robot. That's what we need right now. We're going to get to the next checkpoint here. The Reaper will drop. Now we're just going on the chase here. We need to get a few more. The eye field will come out, and we won't be able to get the eye field in time to get any kills.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we definitely saw that was a moment where Wayne State started to show some gaps in their armor, and, you know, just able to take advantage of it. I mean, you know, that cage fight, even though it didn't get anyone, it was such a great zoning tool, because Wayne State has done this so many times, trying to just get on the offensive, and the Reaper is going to come out again for Wayne State, and it's able to do so much damage.
Cage fight almost came out right there, but this is not looking good. They get a really good flank on us with that Reaper ult and just demolish the back line. And we saw Jamie just react a little too slow to it overall. And we now have to play on the defensive a little bit again, but I think we're going to keep that kind of offensive mindset, as it looks like we see a cage fight come out. 2 people get trapped in the cage fight. The eye field will come out inside the cage fight. It looks like the Mauga might drop pretty low, almost killing if the overheat didn't come out right there. The Mauga will drop. The Reaper looks like he will drop too, and now just the Moira just kind of standing there.
The whole team falling.
Will drop pretty soon. We'll get chased after, and we'll get killed by Jamie here. Actually, he'll teleport away one more time, but he will get killed. So now we have more chances.
I mean, yeah, this is one of those things where it's, you know, you're getting to the end of the match. You know that, like, you have to win this. This is one of those games that we've seen them perform so well on push that they know that they can put the series away right here.
They definitely can. It's looking very close to. They have 15 seconds to get past the 111 meters, which is very scary. The eye field will drop now, and we can finally get some more damage going onto that Mauga. we need to just have pretty much everyone on the robot at all times at this point.
Yeah, I think
as
the big
that
thing
is
is
overtime.
And they're able to shut down the ult from Reaper, which is
this
huge.
is huge shutdown of the alt. Now the cage fight comes out. That's going to trap 3, I believe. 4, actually. It's going to trap everyone on the enemy team. They're going to be able to start with the supports, get the supports pretty much all killed. We can keep pushing this robot.
I mean, we're in overtime. As long as
We are
hit
in
that
overtime.
mark,
We just need to
win.
get past that golden line right there. That's all we need. We're right there. Just stay on this robot. They aren't coming out of their spawn anytime soon. The Malga is here, but he can't do much. The robot has too much momentum.
Fall again as they're just trying to.
They're just they're just making desperate plays at this point. They can't really do much as we are just holding on to this robot too hard right now. Jamie is dropped.
He's going to fall.
As that was a massive EMP that's not looking good for us at all.
Looks like that's going to be the series. I mean, I was going to comment. I mean, the big thing that they had to be aware of was just that Reaper ult at the end. It was doing so much damage beforehand. And I mean, being aware of that Reaper ult and the fact that they had it and able to shut it down, that was by far like the biggest play. Because it had just done so much damage before of just like preventing all momentum when that Reaper ult comes out. It would just take down 3 or 4 people. But I mean,
incredible comeback there right at the end from down.
I mean, yeah,
being able to win
make
that
comeback
match.
and sort of realize that, like, you know, I think that is a testament to, you know, the sort of adaptability that, like, we talk about. I mean, they don't see this comp a lot.
Yeah.
They don't see, you know, this is a team of playoff caliber. And I think this really tests them, and I think it'll be great to, you know, take back to the lab sort of and analyze and figure out, like, okay, we weren't quite ready for these types of things. How are we going to go forward? I mean, like you talked about, like, next week we play the #1 seed from the other division. It's going to be a tough match.
It's going to be a very tough match.
So, I mean, yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how they adapt. And I mean, like I said, like that last map, there were so many times that the Reaper just having ult was such a momentum shift for Wayne State that last fight just able to shut it down was such an important piece, you know, to the total puzzle of winning the series.
Way too close of a final map there, I will say.
Yeah.
Way too much tension everywhere. But very impressive win overall. We take the win over Wayne State. 3-1. Great game overall. Very competitive from both teams. Can you go get Jamie for me?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. I'll do the interview for Jamie here. And I am very excited to see the playoffs come forward. Just keep going. I am ready for this momentum from this team. It's gonna be very exciting coming up in these next few weeks. As we're gonna get the interview here, we'll see if we do coaches interviews. Gosh, dang it, Jamie. Yeah, we'll take somebody else. Sam or Raph probably. Zeke.
Impromptu interview, I guess.
Welcome, Zeke.
Oh.
Welcome.
Oh, hey.
So, how was the match?
I am still shaking. Wait.
Yeah. I'm still shaking, trust me.
Yeah, I'm not even like trying to make it exaggerated.
Talk to me about the last match. That's what we all want to hear. The close match, the one you guys came back in.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it was our composition. Like, they had figured out what we were running.
Mm-hmm.
And especially, I felt it a lot on BAP, and it was my idea to do the switch to Kiriko just because the immortality field versus Suzu, kind of the cleanse aspect and the brief invulnerability rather than just the health where immortality field is able to be broken. They were doing that a lot with ult combos, you know? So like if you Suzu the like Death Blossom, for example, then it gives you that brief period to get away, get more healing in, as opposed to immortality field when it's going to get broken by the time that your team gets down to that health threshold anyway. And it also offers different escape options for me since they started diving me mainly on like the first map even.
Yeah, they were very on top of those flanks.
Yeah, so like all of those ult combos and everything, and it was just like we need to figure out a way to deal with it. So we changed up our comp, and it thankfully worked.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. You guys came back from very close to losing in that last one. Do you want to talk to me a little bit about the third map? Right there, the one you guys lost.
Yeah, that was the peak of they had figured out like how we were running and how mainly to like get to us per se. with like the Sombra harassing us in the back lines and just kind of playing more separate. We weren't playing to each other's strengths very well, and they were able to take advantage of it. And then with just the ult dumps, they had them at like really good times where they were able to get maximum point percentage. Like it felt like we were winning a lot of fights and doing pretty well. But then all of a sudden they had taken the point, and it was just kind of okay then.
Yeah, so of course that in that loss, before that it was very dominant. As we saw from both teams, actually, it was very dominant. We had very dominant performances in map 1. Can you kind of shine some light on how those went down?
I mean, map 1, I think we were getting rid of our jitters. Like we were all a little like anxious.
Your warm-up map, basically.
Yeah, we were trying to run like the basic bread and butter. I think they were trying to figure out like how we were playing. We were trying to figure out how they were playing, the different characters that they picked, their weaknesses and stuff. Because you can only gauge so much by like different scouting and watching other maps, and career profiles and stuff like that. So kind of just warming up, but as you saw on the second point of Busan, they had kind of figured us out, but then we figured out they're figuring out of us. It was like going on top of it.
You had a counter for their counter, basically. Yeah, you figured it out.
I raise you this.
And of course, you ended up winning that third point, thankfully. And actually, you guys had a very nice comeback even in that second point of map 1, and actually made it very close in general. You guys did like I said this on stream, you guys won the important parts.
Yes.
Which, while everything was competitive the whole time, you guys won the important parts, which is very important, as the name suggests. Overall, though, second map, you guys kind of destroyed them entirely. They couldn't get very far, and we were able to get very far in the short amount of time. Can you kind of shine some light on that? Did you like kind of see what figured out them? Did you figure out them?
I mean, I feel like we're pretty comfortable on that map, especially, and holding there. It's a really good map. In my perspective, it feels really good for me on the BAP to hold that on the defense aspect. And obviously Jamie on the Sigma has run that multiple times. So it's just we were comfortable in it. We went in with the plan. We had really good comms as well during that, where we were when they rolled out with the double sniper, the Hanzo Widow, we were like, okay, this is where the Widow is, and we were running the Sombra, able to go dive and stuff. And then even though when Raf was dying at inconvenient times, they weren't going in fast enough so that it really affected. We were able to hold them off and back off and play slow and wait for Raf to get back, so that we could have that extra damage. And they weren't able to they were getting picks, but they weren't getting the important picks.
The important picks, yeah. The tank or both supports. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Raf dying first 10 seconds of the match was very funny. He almost got the Zenyatta. He almost had it.
I just saw him go critical and everybody go, Raf, you good? Raf? And he's like, yeah, I got it. And then he's dead.
He was not good.
He was not good.
He did stall for a while, I will say. He stalled for a little bit after he got found. But yeah, very impressive match overall. What do you guys expect for next week? You guys are playing the number 1 seed. What's your thoughts right now?
I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous going into this because obviously, the seeding of the other teams, but you don't really know how their seeding compares to our seeding. So like we were number 2 seed, really close to number 1 seed, but like I don't know where each number 1 seed goes in comparison to each other. Because if K-State would beat I'm also assuming that Tarleton will win. It's the first.
They already won.
I was gonna say it was the 1st versus 8th seed. If K-State were to beat Tarleton by a significant portion, then with how close we were to K-State, then we would probably win, assuming we can figure them out. But if not,
so what should we expect as the audience for next week?
I don't know. I mean, it's like stressful plays on our end, but I don't know how that's going to transfer into viewership pleasure.
How are you going to work through that stress of this upcoming 4 seed versus 1st seed, basically?
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna try to like watch some of their videos and like understand things more. Other than that, it's really just you gotta keep on the grind, keep practicing. Because I believe there's a couple weeks before our next match.
I thought it was next week, to be
No,
honest.
I think it's April something, April
Okay.
4th or whatever, assuming we don't reschedule.
Oh, it can be next week. It's Easter.
True.
Yeah.
I think it's the NECC's or not Easter, spring break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all my questions.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming
Do
in.
you want me to try and find Jamie? If
It's
he's
fine.
back?
It's fine. We got the important one. We got the important one.
You
You're
got
good.
the stressed out support.
Yeah. We got the important one. What do you mean?
Exactly.
Supports are the most important. That's why we don't want you. Anyways, thank you for hopping on. Find me Aaron, actually.
Sure.
Bring me Aaron. Yeah. We'll do a coach's interview for first game of playoffs in general. We'll ask him about Rocket League, so we don't have to do a Rocket League coach's interview. 2 and both at the same time. 2 and 1. Yeah, so I'm very excited for this next Overwatch match. We'll see him play maybe second best or best team overall. Hi, Jackson. Oh, Jackson's just getting stuff. All right. We're going to get Aaron in here pretty soon. I'm getting bunny ears. Violet is bunny earsing me. Welcome, Aaron. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, what do you think of that match?
Oh, it was stressful. I know Zeke probably said the exact same
That's
thing.
exactly what Zeke said.
Yeah. It was well played on both sides, for sure. I was not expecting their tank swap. That was not something I had scouted, at least seen in the past. And so I think that was probably at least a small reaction to us winning that first map. And so that definitely kind of threw us for a loop because a lot of my preparation got changed because all of a sudden Whispers went from tank to a DPS. And then Omega went from DPS to a tank.
That's what happened. Okay.
Yep, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, they just swapped around. And so, I think once we started to finally adapt a little bit to what Whispers was doing on DPS, because they were playing a very mean Sombra and Reaper, then we finally had a hold on it. A lot of weird just tech issues.
That
as
is
well.
also true. We did have tech issues.
I mean, we had one here in the streaming room. We had 2 out there. And they were, I think, within the first map.
They were the first map. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one, our Discord just closed. Like my Discord call in the NECC just closed and everybody got kicked out. Nobody could hear anything. And so just had to recreate that, get everybody in.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the second one, Madison's computer decided that BattleNet needed to update right now. And so it kept popping up on the very front of the screen, and she would click the X and it would just pop right back up and can't play the game.
Yeah.
So it was just terrible
Yeah.
timing.
Just unlucky in general, but maybe it was a good omen. And overall, after all, we won. So,
Yeah.
what do you expect for next match? Because I know it's not next week. I was saying that earlier, but what do you
Sure.
expect for the next match?
I definitely expect a very hard fight for sure. So Tarleton, I think, is just kind of the K-State from our region, our side of the region. They had almost exactly the same win-loss record. I think they only dropped 2 maps the whole time, just like K-State. And K-State was definitely the hardest one we had all season.
They were the only one we lost to, kind of, with our starters.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so, hopefully they streamed their match so that I can at least see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely have a lot of work on our own to improve. One of the big things that we were just kind of whiffing on was just ult dumping. And it's just kind of something that's been popping up throughout the season. Just when things get tense, we need to have clear communication on, okay, we can use these ults. And then if things get hairy, then we can maybe use another one.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like one or two people have like a coordinated ult, and then everybody on the team is like, oh, cool, we're using ults, and then just blast some. And so then that's just kind of what ended up happening on a couple of our like big fight losses, where we'd go in with 4 ults, use them all, and then
Win the fight,
but then they would
lose
come
the
back
next one.
and just do the same thing to us. So we got to work on that. We got to work on a couple of stagger deaths. I know, and I'll work on that with them. But we've got practice tomorrow with a VOD review, and we'll go from there.
All right. Well, overall, we also got 2 more playoff matches coming up very soon. What do you think about those?
I'm excited. Really excited for the Rocket League, especially because we were on different sides of that region. And so we have seen all of these teams.
Yeah.
And so our orange team is going against Co College tomorrow. And they were the last team that the black team played right before spring break.
The one we streamed, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. The 3-0.
3-1.
3-1. That was right. Yeah. 3-1. Yep.
And then black is playing St. Ambrose on Monday, and that was one of the first ones that orange played.
Yeah.
And so that one was a very defensive matchup. There weren't a lot of goals scored throughout that series. And so I'm kind of interested to see how black does against them. I think both of them are going to be good matches. So for anybody watching, I know you've probably already told us the times, but 6:30 tomorrow is Rocket League Orange. And then on Monday, it's 7 p.m. for Rocket League Black. If you're on Doan's campus or nearby, you are welcome to stop by the communications building and in the basement 067 having a watch party. I know we had a couple of people down there today, which was great. So
definitely show up next time.
Yeah,
it'll be a lot of fun probably.
It was short notice too. I meant to get the information out a little faster, but
don't worry about it. But yeah, so very excited, especially because if both win, they play each other. What do you think about that scenario happening?
I'm trying not to think about it because I obviously I want that to happen, and at the same time, it's going to be it's just going to be a very stressful situation. Because they're going to be just, be in the same room on the opposite sides. And when everything's on the line, like a playoff match, it's just there's going to be a lot of energy in the room. And so obviously whoever is winning is going to be, that positive energy. Whoever is losing is going to hear that. Mm-hmm. And they're going to have to overcome that and stay cool. And so looking forward to it because I would love for that to happen. I would love for both of them to be in the semifinals because then that would mean we would guarantee a team in the finals.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's we'll cross that bridge.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge if that comes. It'll be very interesting overall. I'm very excited for all these playoffs. I'm sure, Aaron, you're excited.
Yeah.
Very excited that we should actually have playoff teams and they're all not just like Smash Bros. Ooh.
Sure. Well, Smash is working on things,
Well, of course, they are working on things. Yeah. But I'm super excited. I think everyone else is excited. All these players are hyped up. They're all ready. They're all locked in. They are wanting to play these matches. They can't wait. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to be great these upcoming weeks. Super exciting overall. And I think that's it for the coaches interview. I think I'll also wrap it up here if you want to stay for the wrap up. It doesn't matter much. Sure. Tomorrow 6:30 is Rocket League Orange. And so we'll see them play very soon. And then we'll see Monday is going to be Rocket League Black. And then I think that's going to be it. So thank you all for watching.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next time.